Ayer yo comen? No, ayer yo comió. No, yo comí? If you've ever frozen mid-sentence in Spanish, racking your brain for the right verb ending, stick with me. In the next few minutes, you're going to see why that keeps happening and how to fix it for good. Today, we're talking about verb conjugations, and I know just hearing that word makes you want to close the tab or go to the next video, but here's the thing. Conjugations aren't just grammar trivia, they're what give you speed in real conversations. I've been teaching Spanish for over 10 years now, and beyond vocab, beyond grammar, beyond learning strategies, I see my job as being half cheerleader, half tough love provider. When you're being too hard on yourself, you need encouragement, but when you're slacking or making excuses, you need a push. Today is one of those push days. If you're a total beginner and everything feels overwhelming, here's my advice right now. Don't stress too much about conjugations. Focus on picking up words and simple phrases. Get used to how Spanish sounds. Don't get bogged down trying to perfect every verb form. But very quickly, that advice changes. I know the comprehensible input Stephen Krashen zealots won't love this, but once you're past the absolute beginner stage, you'll benefit massively from memorizing the regular conjugation patterns in what I call the 5 main tenses: the present, the preterite, the imperfect, the future, and the conditional for AR, ER, and IR verbs. I know. It also pays to learn the 3 enemigos in the 5 main tenses: ser, estar, and ir, the 3 most important irregular verbs. For now, forget the other irregulars. Just hammer the regular patterns and the 3 enemigos until you know them cold. Not sort of know them, not recognize them when you see or hear them. You need to know them so well they're automatic. Because when a conversation is moving fast, recognition isn't enough. You need recall, automatic recall. Is it easy? No. But it's also not as hard as people make it out to be. If you focus and work smart, you can get the regulars and 3 enemigos down pretty quickly, like a month or 2. And the stuff you need to make this happen is already available to you for free. I've got videos and everything you need on my website. To me, verb conjugations are like the math tables of Spanish. When we were kids, we drilled those tables until they were burned into our brains. 4 plus 5 is 9. 7 times 8 is 56. We don't pause. We don't think. We just know. Why did we do that? So later, when we got to real math, equations, word problems, algebra, we could focus on the problem at hand instead of basic arithmetic. Imagine trying to do algebra if you had to stop and count on your fingers every single time. It would take forever. In Spanish, it's gotta be the same. Tú plus hablar equals hablas. No thinking, just answer. Learn your conjugations like math tables now so that when you're doing real language, talking, listening, expressing ideas, you're not wasting brain power on verb endings. You'll be able to focus on meaning, vocabulary, and flow. That's why conjugations matter. They give you speed. Look, I'm not saying ignore input. You still need tons of listening, reading, and real-life conversation, but talking and understanding spoken Spanish is so much easier and fluid when you've got your conjugations down to an automatic level. And here's a secret that'll cut your workload in half. You don't need to memorize all 6 conjugations for every verb right away. The singular forms, yo, tú, él, and ella, account for the vast majority of real-life conversations. So master those 3 first in each tense, then add the plural forms later when you're ready. Another big reason to really lock down the regulars is it makes learning the irregulars so much easier later. The better you know a rule, the faster you'll recognize when something breaks it and how it breaks it. Which brings us to the tough love part. If you're serious about speaking Spanish confidently, you eventually need to apply this same approach to irregular verbs too. I talk to people all the time who have been studying Spanish for years, watching shows, doing apps, taking classes, talking to italki partners, and they're frustrated they still can't speak smoothly or they can't understand real Spanish. Then I find out they're still stopping mid-sentence to figure out how to conjugate basic verbs like tener or hacer. If you've been at this for a long time and you're not happy with your speaking or listening skills and your conjugations aren't solid, that's the first fix. Take the time to learn them properly. I'm not saying master every irregular verb in existence in a month or even 6 months. It depends on where you are now, how much time you have, and what your goals are. But if you're serious about Spanish, you need to get serious about conjugations at some point, so it stops being the thing holding you back. For me, it's hard to take seriously a 5-year Spanish student who still complains about verb conjugation. The good news is, and this is one of the top 5 things I wish I knew earlier, the present tense and the preterite tense are by far the hardest. By far. All those irregulars, the other tenses are so much easier. The imperfect tense only only has 3 irregular verbs, then in the future and conditional there are only 12 irregular verbs, the same ones in both tenses. That's it. That's all 5 main tenses. Bottom line, the present and preterite are by far the hardest. Once you know the present and preterite and know the regulars, you're basically done. I wish I knew that earlier. I thought it was all that hard. So here's the smart path. First, nail the regulars and the 3 enemigos, ser, estar, and ir, in the 5 main tenses. Then, when you're ready to get serious, go all in on the irregulars. If you do this, you'll free up a massive amount of mental space and be able to focus on new words, expressions, grammar, understanding native speakers, and building longer sentences without constantly wrestling with verb endings. Living the other way isn't fun. Second-guessing verbs slows everything down and kills confidence. I'm not a grammar nerd who loves drills for the sake of drills, but I've never once regretted knowing my multiplication tables, and I've never once regretted having my Spanish conjugations down. I am so grateful to past me for doing the work because present me gets to enjoy Spanish without all that friction. I've got free videos and practice resources for the regulars and 3 enemigos in all 5 main tenses, plus premium boot camps for mastering the present and preterite irregulars. All the links are below. If this video helped you, hit the like button. If it didn't, don't. The more I know what helps you, the more I can make videos that help you. Until the next time, hasta luego.